Hi there, this is Sherry Hayes with MomDelights.com, and today we're going to go through my library. Stay tuned. So a lot of people, they ask me, because I sit in front of these bookshelves, and these are not all our bookshelves in our house, but people like to know about what kind of things, what kind of books we have, where we got them from, those kind of things. And I think I'd be curious too. So I'm going to start and I'm going to try to show you as much as I can, as quickly as I can. Now, up here on the very top shelf is where we have all our kind of antique-ish kind of books. And we've gotten them from different places. By the way, if you don't know, I'm the mom of 15, been homeschooling for 32 years. And we love books at our house. So as you can see over here, we have Uncle Tom's Cabin, Plutarch's Lives, Mother Truth's Melodies, which is like nursery rhymes without the baloney in them, I guess. We have Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress. We have a whole bunch of Edgar Guest. I don't know if you can see the red on the very end are two anthologies from Edgar Guest, my favorite poet. We have Washington Irving is up there. Then this is a history of England. And here are just some, I guess this guy, we looked him up. Here's a collection of his German plays. We got that at a garage sale. And there, I guess there's some other stuff. Harvard Classic, Poems of John Keats. That's that. So down here we have, now a lot of these books, if you'll see a lot of sets here, right? So what happened was one Christmas, I bought my husband these 3 books. These are The Treasury of David from Charles Spurgeon. And in The Treasury of David, what he does is he talks about, he has commentary on the Psalms only. And oh man, it's such a treasure trove. I love Spurgeon and that's like my favorite thing. Well, anyway, I bought those 3 books for my husband, and then it just kind of set him off on a tangent. And he went on, christianbook.com. It used to be Christian Book Distributors, and they had a catalog. And he just bought, he read a book. I don't know if we have it in our library currently, but there was a book that he read about the different commentators on the Bible. And he kind of made this mental list. And so here we have Sheldon's History of the Christian Church. There we have there's a church history. There's Masterpieces of Christian Literature and Summary. There's Matthew Henry's commentary. They have this online, but there's actual books. Here's the History of the Christian Church. Here we have, I think that's Dictionary of Biblical Literacy, Poems for Patriarchs, Vine's Expository Dictionary of the Old and New Testament words. Old and New Testament words. This is the Annals of America. This is just a partial set. This has a whole bunch of American history kind of source documents in it. This is G. Campbell Morgan's, The Preaching of G. Campbell Morgan. It's called the Westminster Pulpit. That's really interesting. Here we have the Interlinear Bible, quoted with Strong's Concordance. That's a lot of fun. Commentary on the New Testament from the Talmud. I don't know, and Hebraic. Okay, the Talmud I'm not too keen on, but it was a set, right? The Existence and Attributes of God by Charnock. That's really interesting. The New Park Street Pulpit, C.H. Spurgeon. Always a treat. And down here now are some different ones. These books right here are R.M. Ballantyne, Historical Adventures. These are great for, people are asking me like books for boys. These are great. They have definite Christian values and mores and all kinds of stuff, the gospel. I mean, they're really, but they're very interesting. I think the favorite, if I remember, that they love so much is, where is it? Is it even here? Let's see, The Coral Islands. If you don't read any other R.M. Ballantyne, this is like the thing. Coral Island. I won't be able to put that back in with one hand. Okay, so here are the different ones. Okay, George Whitfield's Letters. Now that is really good. I like that too. Here's a Harmony of the Gospels. Letters to Young Churches by Phillips. This is actually just a paraphrase of some New Testament epistles. Here's a harmony of the Synoptic Gospel in Greek. Oh, that's fun. Systematic Theology by Miley. Absolutely Free by Hodges. Here, stuck in the middle of all this theological stuff, is a Funk and Wagnall's Wildlife Encyclopedia, which we have used and used and used. My husband got this secondhand for us, and so we've used that over and over again. Here's an anthology of different poets. William Shakespeare, Emily Dickinson, and the one that my children really love is, Christina Rossetti. We love Christina Rossetti. Then we have some other classic novels. Now, these aren't sets, but these are things that we've just collected, right? And we've collected a lot of books. We used to go to, garage sales and book sales and gather all sorts of stuff. And I've kind of tried to narrow it down over the years, but these are like the ones that are the keepers. And we have things from Francis Schaeffer, Catherine Marshall. Let's see. I have some Leroy Imes, Disciples in Action. I read that when I was younger. Letters to Karen, Letters to Philip. Those are important ones. I've got some apologetics against, they exposed the Mormon Church. And let's see. Here's a neat thing. It should be someplace else, but anyway, this is Spurgeon's Morning by Morning. That's his devotional. We have My Utmost for His Highest, Hind's Feet on High Places, Prison to Praise by Merlin Carothers. That's good. We have the biography of the Mother of an Army about the wife of the guy who started Salvation Army. Grand Illusions. Have you ever seen this one? This is really good. It gives you the real history of abortion and Planned Parenthood. This is by George Grant. George Grant is a very interesting guy to read. Clap Your Hands. That's Tom Zach, about a guy who was spirit-filled in the during the charismatic movement in the charismatic movement in the Catholic Church. I've got some Colson there, and down here we have a whole bunch of Tozer. I don't know if you guys like Tozer. We love Tozer. So, and here's some more. Oh, that's Barclay, the Acts of the Apostles. We just got a whole bunch of different classics. These are not hardbacks; they're paper bound. But here's Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Walking and Leaping Carothers. There's all kinds of stuff. Let's see. We've got some stuff, maybe. Let's see. Here's Strong's. This was a book that I bought when I was in high school. A Strong's Concordance. And I was so excited. I spent I think it cost me $13 at the time. That was in 1982. And I was so excited. And I just would study and study the Bible. This, and then, let's see. This is a dictionary from our set of encyclopedias down here. We have Watchman Nee in this, and Hannah Hernard, sorry. Let's see. Power of Identification with Christ. Let's see. You can kind of see what's there. Streams in the Desert. Oh, what a wonderful little devotion there, and more Tozer. Okay, now down here we have an old 50s Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, some will tell you, and this is upside down. Do you see that? Some will tell you that the 50s of the Encyclopedia Britannica is actually the best. The very best in the 50s for encyclopedias. And this doesn't have many pictures. It's mostly written information. On the end, we have The Annals of the World by James Ussher, which... you look that up and you'll find it's really, that's a very expensive book, but it has dates to things like the beginning of the world. And it's supposedly Ussher had references at his disposal that we have lost. References like old manuscripts and things that we don't have anymore. And so he was able to do these calculations that we can't do. All right. Now, over here we have just some synopsized classics. We have John Wesley, St. Francis of Assisi, F.B. Meyer, George MacDonald, Dwight L. Moody. Why do I like movies so much today? Dwight L. Moody. Here's another set of our encyclopedias. Now, these are from the 80s, but they have more pictures and the reading's a little shorter. So for younger kids. Here we have more like, newer kind of books. Kind of just a smattering, we weigh everything by the scriptures, but we try to be open that God could talk to us through things that maybe we wouldn't normally think were by our ilk. We are open to how God can speak through anyone, except for, heresy, complete heresy. We don't touch that one. But here is the Sermon Outline Bible by Nickel. I don't know who that is, but that's very interesting. Like if you're looking up a scripture, you need different commentary, different references that'll help you. We don't formulate sermons, but it's still fun. Here's something weird in the middle. It's Popular Science Library of the 20s, and that's interesting to read. Yeah, it's got electricity, story of the Story Universe. Of course, this is evolution, and kind of interesting in the 20s. I mean, we don't realize how far back that goes. This is the works of Josephus. Now, he was a historian that was commissioned by one of the emperors, I believe, and very interesting. His works actually supply corroborating evidence for the accuracy of the Bible, which is really interesting. This is Sermons of Martin Luther. We have those. And up here we have, let's see. And up here we have Hastings Bible Dictionary, Institutes of the Christian Religion by John Calvin. We are not Calvinists, but like I said, we are open to however God talks through, whoever he talks through, and we weigh that with the scriptures, and that's who we are. This is Robertson, Word Pictures of the New Testament, Resistance to Civil Government by Henry David Thoreau. That's one my son got recently. But anyway, Calvin's commentary right here. Very interesting. This right here is all the All series. Okay, there a fellow named Lockyer took all the teachings of Jesus, all the parables of the Bible, all the divine names and titles of the Bible, all the doctrines of the Bible, and such and so on and so forth, which is very interesting. All the children of the Bible. That's really crazy. All the kings of the Bible. Let's see, all the women of the Bible. Very interesting reading. Here's Barnes' Notes. That's a lot of fun. I mean, I get a lot of really cool stuff when I'm looking up something, and I'm like on a specific scripture. I'll take one of Barnes' Notes out, and I'll get some notes on it. It'll be really interesting. And that with Matthew Henry. It's really fun. Here's a Bible Atlas, and that's all for these two bookshelves. We actually commissioned these bookshelves to be built for us. A lady, we gave her the dimensions, and she chose some cheap pine because they bow slightly. I don't know if you know this. But anyway, we had them built and stained, and those were our bookshelves. Now this right here, this bookshelf, I have mostly my homeschool stuff in. So I have my childcraft books, which I've talked about before. I've got my book house right here. And over here, this is a picture of our sweet little girl. She is 18 this year. Anyway, so this is the Golden Treasury of Knowledge. These are a lot of fun. And here is the bookshelf for boys and girls, which I talk about. Here is the Golden Book History of the United States. We have every one of those but one, I think. Over here are my McGuffey's sets. Of course, they're not complete because the girls are using some of them. But here's the McGuffey stuff right here. And this is Speller. Here's a guide, one of the guides that I have. And here's another parent-teacher guide. And that's spelling and everything. All right, now down here we have a little smattering of things. This is Christmas in My Heart. And I keep these because they're really precious to us. A dear friend bought these for us for Christmas once. Here's a 10-minute history thing. Here's the Book of Virtues by William Bennett. Here's The Spirit of America by William Bennett. The Right Choice Homeschooling by Chris Klicka. The Positive Power of Jesus Christ by Peele. So definitely an evangelical type book. Really good. Whatever Happened to Justice. Know Why You Believe. Enthusiasm Makes the Difference by Peele. Like I said, now where Peele veers from the Word of God, we don't trust it. But whatever we can glean from the Lord from that, we do. The Life of Smith Wigglesworth, very interesting. This is Lamb's Tales of Shakespeare. Here's Austen, Jane Austen. Here's the Evolution Handbook. Boy, you want to have I mean, you could take a teenager through this. Oh, that'd be crazy. It's not evolution, by the way. You can get these really cheap online. Charles Finney, The Witch of Blackbird Pond, Beautiful Girlhood, The Power of Positive Thinking. Again, I think what do we have over here? Never mind. Okay. You Can Have God's Help with Daily Problems. That's Peel. Money, Greed, and God. This is really good. C.S. Lewis, Paralandria. You know, he wrote the Space Trilogy. An Acorn in My Hand on Reading. This is a huge Bible that someone gave us. It's really cool. Really got lots of references in it. The Encyclopedia of Wit and Wisdom is really old. Definitely not politically correct. Okay, Bible Trivia. Home Comforts. That's a really good one. Jesus Freaks. Handbook of Nature Study. The Genius of Ancient Man. Dinosaurs by Design. ABCs of Nature. Album of Horses. Astronomy. And this is pictures from American Revolution. Down here, these right here are Shakespeare's plays that I printed out so we can read Shakespeare together, which The Taming of the Shrew was a lot of fun, and there's other ones. I have some reading stuff. Shaping of a Christian Family by Elizabeth Elliot. Boys of Grit. Against the Tide, that is the Watchman Nee biography. Little Peppers and How They Grew. Mission Possible. Evidence Not Seen, that's really good. Snow Treasure. 12th Night, To China with Love, that's Hudson Taylor. Kidnapped, that's Stevenson. John Wesley, The Scarlet Pimpernel, Corrie ten Boom. Journey to the Center of the Earth, Tortured for Christ, Richard Rembrandt. Actually, this book right here, I'll show you. This book right here, In God's Underground, that's the fascinating story. Everyone reads this one, Tortured for Christ. But this tells the whole story. This is fascinating. Okay. The Power of Positive Thinking again. And then, you can go through here, slow the thing down, and just kind of take a gander. Pride and Prejudice. We have a couple of those. Up from Slavery. 10 Peas in a Pod. That's an interesting one. Then we have Robinson Crusoe and A Christmas Carol. This is a series that Focus on the Family put out a little bit ago. And we are actually currently reading Ben-Hur from that aloud to each other. This is Ray Comfort's The School of Biblical Evangelism. I don't know if you've seen that one before. Then here, this is Chronicle of America. Oh my goodness, fascinating, amazing book. Got to read that one. Okay, here we have, this is something I was reviewing. This is physics. These are Usborne books. I love those. And so then we've got The Hiding Place, N.C. Wyeth's illustrated Pilgrims and some different things. And various books. Let's see. Oh, I've got my Ray's Arithmetic back there, if you can see it. And I've got Number Stories, The Frog and Toad. I kind of keep these books up here for my grandkids when they come over. But we also have Italian and Spanish books, and just, yeah, Mother Goose. See what I've done over the years. As these books have the covers have kind of looked really kind of cruddy, I just went to the Dollar Tree and I got some brown paper, and it has a pattern. And so then I covered this, but this is really, kids love this book. They look at it over and over again, even as they're older sometimes. This is the nursery rhyme book. That's really, really pretty illustrated. Classic. So we try to keep the cream of the crop. Even if it's a little older, whatever. So I've got some other math books back there. I don't know if you see them. Let's see these math books. Just a second. So these are the Strayer-Upton ones. Oh, and they're very, very, very repetitive. So, but I have a daughter that just eats them for dinner. And now she's past that. She's already been halfway through algebra, and she's going into business math. But anyway, so also I wanted to show you before I let you go this basket here, because I know it's just sticking there, and I was going around it not showing you what was in here. This is a little thing about the stars, a little nifty. I think we got this with a telescope or something. And here I've got the Taylor of Gloucester. Here's Beatrix Potter, Tale of Miss Tiggy Winkle, and the Tale of Benjamin Bunny. I just can't let go of these books. Then we have National Geographic Birds. Here's Here's Golden Book, Golden Guide, Trees and Insects. These are old, but they're fun. Then this was, I think is this a Golden Guide? Oh, this is Natural, this is Audubon Society. And this is Bugs. Oh, this is, our kids had so much fun. Can you tell it's kind of, rough? This is the same, and it's rocks. And so our kids have had a lot of fun with this one, too. Then this is a songbook that we use. We play guitar a lot. And we play guitar and piano and sing a lot together. These are things I got, like they were kind of discards. I think I got these maybe for 80 cents. And they're really, really pretty. They're Peterson's Guides to Trees and Shrubs. And this is Birds of the American West. Oh, these are such neat things. I think they had little mildew on them or something. And so someone gave, like we're giving them away. Oh, but they're so pretty. Isn't that neat? So, and then we've just got some other different things. But anyway, so I just keep these little bits and pieces in this basket down here because it's just easier than trying to shelve them or whatever. So just want to let you know about that. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of our bookshelves, and I hope this helps satiate your curiosity and maybe give you some ideas and stuff like that. Like I said, we started this whole thing with just a few books, and my husband just decided to fill it out. And then over the years, we've just gone to book sales and old bookstores, and then we ordered from Christian Book, and we just got the sets we wanted, and we just kind of filled it out. And now we're really slowed down, but we still have bookshelves downstairs and in various places where we still have more books. But we're trying to slow down. But anyway, we just enjoy them and we read them all the time, and everybody refers to them, and it makes homeschooling so much easier when you can just grab something out of a bookshelf instead of always relying on the internet. So I hope you enjoy this. Have a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.